All right, guys. So, welcome back to another episode of Rogersarnt, where we talk all things Army. And today we're going to be talking about pros and cons. So, I did 5 pros and cons in a video and/or podcast before, and today I have 5 more pros, 5 more cons that we're going to talk about. So, as always, without further ado, let's get started.
Roger Sarn!
In the military itself, obviously, there are good things and bad things, reasons to join, reasons not to join, reasons to stay in the Army, reasons to get out the Army. Let's start off with the first con, and it's the culture of the hurry up and wait. And if you're in the Army, you know exactly what the heck I'm talking about. If you're not in the Army and you're going to join, you will find out pretty soon. Hurry up and wait, it's pretty much, they give you a hit time to some formation or some event gathering, whatever it is, and you're going to be there way earlier than when the event kicks off or the formation kicks off. Everyone hates to have their time wasted. A lot of times there's a method behind the madness, like there's a backwards planning or a planning involved. That's taken into accountability. But as we all know, we're selfish. So we don't consider the big picture. We just consider myself. So if I'm a person that's punctual, then I'm upset because it's like, why do I have to be there early when it doesn't kick off until, let's say, 0900 in the morning, and you're telling me to be there at 0815 or something like that. So I'm sitting there for 45 minutes. I mean, there are a bunch of things you can do within that time. However, soldiers do typically get upset, right? And just you as an individual, yes, you can make it there on time. However, if you're in the Army, or if you just have a regular civilian job, we all have that 1 or 2 individuals that just can't make it on time. There's always a reason why they're late. And this is the reason why there is a hurry up and wait culture. Second con is going to be the battle buddy system. In reality, it's a pro, but we're talking about general troops, how they may not like it. And the reason why I say that in general, how troops may not like it is because for some reason now in this world, and tell me if you don't agree, but everyone's considered a loner. Everyone hates people. Everyone wants to keep people out of their business. So they tend to be upset at the battle buddy system. So if you're an individual who doesn't like to be handcuffed to another person because you're a loner, you're probably going to hate this. Con number 3 is going to be housing/barracks. If you're in the Army, you definitely know soldiers complain about the barracks and housing on post. You got to think about it. When soldiers are in the barracks, they're literally close to the flagpole. Like any detail comes up, 9 times out of 10, they're going to call specialist crews, sergeant crews, if I live in the barracks. And they're going to be like, hey, we need you to cover CQ. Hey, we need you to cover staff duty. Hey, we need you to do this. Hey, we need you to do that. You're fairly accessible. And that's why soldiers kind of hate that. Con number 4. And this is very simple. You have a contract, there is no quitting. You can't just wake up one day and just make one of those infamous quitting videos that they were doing years ago, that people record themselves doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And this is my last day and I quit and blah, 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 blah. Can't do that in the Army. You mess around and you go into your CO's office, your first sergeant office, and you make one of those videos, you're gonna get it. You're gonna be able to record it, but you're also gonna get your shit pushed in because now you got all sorts of. You're probably gonna get smoked. You're gonna get UCMJ, whatever it is that if they didn't find it funny, then you're really gonna get your shit pushed in. But you can't just wake up and quit. Con number 5 are deployments. And when I say deployments I mean anytime you are separated from your family. So if you're going to a local training event, right? If you're doing a field exercise and you're out there for 2-3 weeks, I'm considering that technically a deployment because you're away from your family, right? So that's one that happens a lot. You have training rotations, NTC, JMRC, things like that are going to last up to a month. You have your forward operations, which is actual deployment, and whether it's a combat deployment or a deterring operation. Ultimately, it sucks being away from your family. If you're not able to do that, it's going to be very, very hard for you. I promise you. Those are the 5 cons, and let's go ahead and move over to the pros. First pro I have on the list is networking. The networking that you get to do in the military is way different than the networking that you'll probably do working at one of these big companies or something like that. So let's say you work at Google, Verizon, let's say you work at Netflix, wherever it is that you work at, right? It's very rare that you are going to interact on a daily basis or that you have the opportunity to interact with those individuals that are on a higher level than you. You may go one level above, maybe. However, you're not going to be talking to CEOs or the person right under the CEO. You're not going to be talking to the assistant CEO. You're going to be talking to pretty much on your level, maybe one above. In the Army, you have the opportunity, and this was proven to me in my second duty station when I worked at a medac, and I am a junior enlisted, and I'm rubbing shoulders with a major, asking them about how to get better at my job, just advice on stocks, bonds, houses, whatever have you. You get the opportunity to do that. I would venture to say that it is more common for me to rub shoulders with a individual much more experienced at a junior level than it would be for me to do so at a Fortune 500 company or just a regular big corporation. Next pro is going to be fitness. When it comes to fitness, you have designated times for PT. You are encouraged to do PT on your own, and you have free gym memberships. For instance, on Fort Hood, I can count 1, 2, 4 gyms that I know of. For those of us who don't go to the gym, it still keeps us from getting extremely fat. Next pro is getting paid. I think I mentioned this last time when I mentioned security. If you know someone that has missed a paycheck in the military because of something that's going on with the budget or anything like that, put it in the comments down below. Comment, let me know, because in 15 years, I don't know not one person not paid due to some type of budget issue. I've seen people get their pay messed up, but one thing about the Army, Old Faithful, if they jack your pay up, you're going to get that back pay. It's coming. It's just a matter of time of that paperwork getting from point A to point B and getting it right. But overall, you're going to get paid no matter what's going on. The next pro is going to be time off. And I really thought about time off and how it pertains to us in the Army. We get 2.5 days a month. So 30 days of leave, vacation time a year. And if we count the 4 days, however, if you are an individual that is not in the field, like let's talk about not the exception, but the actual rule. The rule is you get a 4-day every month. If you work in, let's say, the hospital, because that happened to me a lot when I was in the hospital, we only got 3 days. We got the federal holiday off, but the training holiday, we didn't get it. So we got a 3-day. So you can add another 48 days for the 4 days or 36 days if you get the 3 days. 30 plus 40, that's 78 days off a year. Or it's 66 days off a year paid. Find me somewhere that does that. Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to pay for them days. You're going to pay. You're going to either deploy, you're going to be in the field, you're going to have to deal with stupid stuff. As we all say, there's a trade-off. But the fact is, we get 30 locked-in days per year. Pro number 5 is housing and barracks. Why do you say housing and barracks, Cruz? Because soldiers hate the barracks, and I do understand. But if we think about it, an average base pay for a Sergeant E5 with 4 years of service is $3,199. If you take out FICA, that's $245. You take out federal, that's $384. That's a total of $629. Now we're at what we get. That's $2,570. Like I told you, I'm in Fort Cavazos. So in Bell County, this is the surrounding area, the average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment as of 2021, they didn't have any statistics for 2022 that I could find, or 2023, right? Was $815 for a 2-bedroom. The average for light is $182. Water, $50. Use about 6,000 gallons is average. Internet, because everyone knows that you're going to be playing online games and you want to surf the internet. Cell phone, the national average was about 116, but I put $100. Now, a car. So what I did was I just put a $25,000 car, 72-month payment at 5% with $500 down. And that spits out $475. Then you have car insurance, right? And the average for Bell County was like $983 for a $500 deductible, and I think $700 something for a $1,000 deductible. So let's say you went with the $500 deductible because it's $155 a month, and the 1,000 deductible is $131 a month, and why not give the extra 20 something bucks? Boom, $155. Groceries with with the recent inflation, everything that's going on, I lowballed it. I'm single soldier. I'm just using $400, and then I'm setting apart for lifestyle. Because you have sneakers, you go to the bar, I eat out, I do whatever it is I want to do. I want to get fresh, haircuts, $500. That puts us at a grand total of $2,762. Now, I told you after taxes, we were at $2,570. So I'm at a negative $192. That's out the barrack. Let's go into the barracks. I'm no longer paying rent. I'm no longer paying light. I'm no longer paying water. I'm at plus $855. Think soldiers can do a lot with $855 left over after they're spending their $500 that they're using for whatever it is they want. Point is, barracks is a dub, hands down. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys learned a thing or two. If you have any suggestions, you can email me at rogersarnt@gmail.com. You can catch me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Remember, you don't have to embrace the suck if you got the right tools in your ruck. I'm Sarnt Cruz, and I'm out.
Roger Sarnt!